So where you from?
From LA, South Central. Well, actually, I was born in Inglewood, and then my family just moved to South Central.
What part of South Central?
The East Side. So there's in LA we got like a West Side and the East Side. And the West Side is like that's where your people that have money are at. Those are your full families, or at least a grandma with a home. And then you got the East Side, and that's like single parent living, or a lot of kids is probably not even no parent involved. It's just known for being broke. So like if girls were to say something about like, oh, that's broke ass, like it's just poor. It's poor. It's the ghetto. It was heavily like gang influence. It's either you join a gang or you be punked by them. You live in a neighborhood and you grow up there, you go to school with these dudes. Everybody around fucking 12 or 13, you have to make your choice. Either you're running with them or you playing some sports or you doing some other shit. If you got your parents in the household, those are the ones that keep you away from going down there because they recognize that shit. You don't have no parents in your household, you come in the house in gang colors, there's nobody to spot that and check you. Because you can see that in kids hella early, 10 or 11 years old, motherfucker comes in with a blue hat or a red hat, you know what he's trying to symbolize. And if you know the area where you live at, you already know like, oh fuck, our little Timmy is hanging out with these motherfuckers around the corner. If we keep this up, he's gonna be one of the motherfuckers around the corner. He's gonna end up jail or dead, or one of the motherfuckers will be shot right in front of his own mama's house. It happens, it happens during that era. Gangbanging is kind of not the same. It's still the biggest thing down in LA, but it's just not that. It's done more on the internet now. People don't actually have to go out and gangbang now. They can just get on the internet, talk a bunch of trash, then close their computers down. To be known back then, you had to go out. The only way that your name would be in the streets if you were actually out and people were saying it and doing shit. Now you can make a name just by sitting on the internet, like fucking trolling. All the car club stuff that I do, all of that life, that happens on the West Side, because that's where you get people that will have nice cars and nice clothes that can be able to single out people that don't. Our first version of all these car clubs, it starts off like a 13th grade, like high school, like extended. So if you've got a car club and you guys are a car club that are, I don't know, known for muscle cars, everybody in that club has to have a muscle car, and the dudes in that club that cars are not up to par, those are your lower level guys that everybody pokes fun at and teases or whatever until they get it to a new level. So it's born on the West Side because the original origin of this, it started with all nice cars. If you ain't have a nice car, nigga, you wouldn't know where we were at because nobody will respond to you to tell you. If you didn't actually drive, you asking people where y'all at, it'd be kind of irritating. Like, what the fuck for? You ain't finna come do nothing. It was really only for the people that had cars, and it was more organized as far as car clubs. You had different groups of uniformed cars. Some people might be in the muscle cars. Some people might like Hondas with Lambo doors and TVs and music. There's all different genres of it, and we all come out to meet on Crenshaw. That was the whole thing that made the car lifestyle so appealing to me. Growing up in that kind of culture, anybody that's grew up in that will tell you, just going to a burger stand, you can get killed.
He watches every car that drives by. He fears he could get blasted at any time.
Yeah, if you live in that neighborhood and you're a part of that, some of your homeboys got killed at that burger stand. And every day, for the love of our environment, our homies, our neighborhood, whatever, we put it on the line. Just going to go get some backwoods, you can get shot. You're terrorizing people 3 blocks over. Where you think they're coming when they're hurt? They're coming here. It doesn't matter about you. They just want a motherfucker from over there. So you got the hat on that everybody in your neighborhood wears, nigga. They just want that hat dead. So y'all can feel the same way we felt. So that's an ongoing thing. So the car shit immediately, it was attractive because that's not life or death. Being around in my neighborhood where I lived at and accepting that lifestyle, then meeting some dude at a fucking grocery store that says, hey, meet me out here, I got a car club. Barely even know what a car club is. And going to that lifestyle where it wasn't life or death, it was just way more attractive. Most of the people that come from, that I've personally dealt with, because I'm really strongly influenced with that, the people that I brought from my neighborhood, that same upbringing, the minute they see Crenshaw and see all these blacks and Mexicans getting along, everybody's got their cell phone taping cars and shit, it's a whole different thing. It's inviting. But if you look at the structure of a lot of the inner city car clubs, they're operated just like these gangs. Everybody's got a sign. It's the same thing. If you see the guys in the cars doing that, that's them throwing up a gang sign, but it's not a gang, it's their car club. And no bullshit, nobody was doing that shit. Fast Life, that's my whole little movement.
It's cracking out there, America. It's your Fast Life front man, your boy Super Motherfucking Snoopy. Ooh wee.
We were the first ones doing that, and that came from me, from my neighborhood that we was in. We always did this out the car. It's a F. It represents Fast Life, the same way that a Blood would throw up their sign, or a Crip would throw up a C. Whenever we did some donuts or popped up in these cars and shit, and people see us doing that, they were drawn to it because it's acceptable. It's not the same way as threatening. Now, if you're from that same gang and somebody throws up the sign, you love it because that's your people, but everybody else around doesn't feel that same love, so it can be threatening or intimidating. When you're throwing up a car club, even the people that's not from the car club can love it. You got a car club out here taking over. They do a sign kind of similar. It's a T like this. You got people all over the world that are doing this out of cars. So some people will watch a video, don't even know what that is, but they'll just notice that a lot of the people in the cars doing donuts is this. So if they come out there when they're in that moment, they're gonna do this too. And they don't even know what they're representing. They just see so many other people do it or whatever, so they do it, not knowing. Just because we're all raised by that. Even if you're not a gang member, you're raised in the culture, so you understand how it operates, and it translates with the clubs too. They ran the same fucking way.